Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia and I'm a UX design student at CareerFoundry. Right now, I am working on designing a financial app as part of my UX design project for the UX immersion course. So in this video, I will be sharing how I created a user persona. If you haven't watched my previous video, which was about how I conducted my user research, I will provide the link up above. And if this sounds like something that you are interested in, please make sure to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with my process of designing this financial app for the UX design program that I'm in. The three topics that I will be covering in this video are the importance of creating a user persona, my process on how I created my persona, and I will introduce you guys and show you guys the persona that I created for this financial app that I'm working on. One of the reasons why it's so important to create a user persona is because you want to be able to empathize. And it's a little bit harder to empathize when you're thinking about a large group of people versus thinking about one specific person that you can put a face to as well as a name. Another reason why it's so important to create a user persona is because you want to make sure that you're able to prioritize the functions that you'll be designing based on their goals and their needs. Lastly, whenever you're doing a presentation, whether it's to your team members, stakeholders, or just anyone in the company or outside of the company, it's a lot easier for people to be engaged when you're referring to a specific person instead of referring to a large group of people. So the way that I designed my user persona was to go back to the research that I collected through the interviews and surveys and gather the most important characteristics from that. Most of my participants were within the age of 18 through 24, and there were a few participants that were also older. So I created two user personas, one that fell into the Generation Z and the other was a millennial. But in this video, I will just be talking about my Generation Z persona. So what I learned about my participants who fell between the ages of 18 through 24 was that most of them are college students. They also have a part-time job, which gives them a little bit of income, and they're interested in better managing their money. I also found that there was the opportunity to design an app with a feature that can provide them with relatable and reliable coupon codes to some of the stores that they most often shop at. The second opportunity that I found was that many of my participants monitor their credit pretty regularly, but they use external applications like Credit Karma and Experian. So it would be nice to have that feature in this same application so they don't have to log into multiple applications to meet their goals. Lastly, many of my participants have banking accounts with at least two different banks, but they don't have a space where they can view all of their accounts in one place. So that is the third feature that my participants might be interested in having in their financial app. So based on this information, I created my user persona, Jamal. So a little bit about Jamal is that growing up, he didn't receive an allowance nor had conversations about money with his parents. After he got his first job as a barista, he established a banking account but didn't know much about how to use his saving account or manage his money. But he is interested in taking control of his finances and learning more. Some of Jamal's goals and needs are: Jamal wants to build good credit. He needs help with finding a way to easily track his banking and investment accounts. And Jamal wants to save more money using coupon codes when shopping. His motivations are: he wants to be financially secure and independent. Jamal's short-term motivation is to save money and build credit to purchase his first car. Some of the pain points that he's come across using other financial applications are: Jamal feels it's difficult to check all his accounts through the different banking accounts that he has when he's on the go. He finds it time-consuming to manually calculate and add up all his bank accounts because he has them in separate banks. and he has to log into separate apps so he can better track his credit. Now that I've created my user persona, I will be able to move forward to the next step and make sure that I'm designing an app that revolves around my users' needs, so I can also focus on features that will be beneficial to them and make this financial app more usable. I hope that you guys have found this video informational, and if you are a UX design student right now, I would love to hear about what projects you are working on and how you created your user persona. Also, if you are already a UX designer, I would love any feedback or suggestions that you might have. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this information that I have provided, and I will see you guys in the next one.